Hello everyone, Mycelium Poppy here, and we're going to show you on either side of me, here and here, we have what I suspect to be a Berkeleyi polypore mushroom. And this is, I think, the beauty of going out into the woods, discovering fungi that you cannot identify just yet, and doing a process of elimination to discover what it is you found. Okay, and I'm going to show you more in-depth video and close-up video of this mushroom, and maybe you guys can help me to identify this. I've already posted pictures and images of this mushroom to the Facebook identification groups that I frequent. But, you know, there's all sorts of things that we can do. We can get some potassium hydroxide and we can dabble it on the mushroom and see if it has any kind of pH indicator qualities, or if it reacts to the to a strong base like potassium or sodium hydroxide. And based off that, the different types of color changes that it has, we can identify the mushroom on that. We can look to see if it has a porous surface. We can look at the tree associations that it has. And this right here is a very, very tall and beautiful oak tree. And yeah, so we're going to get some close-ups of this mushroom, and we're going to see if we can or can't identify this. And, you know, if we can't, it'll stay as a, you know, unknown or unidentified mushroom to be identified upon further notice. Okay, and here we see the Berkeleyi polypore, or at least the suspected Berkeleyi polypore. And as you can see, we have other little outgrowths here. See if I can get a closer look. Okay, let me zoom in the camera a little bit. Maybe provide a better view here. And yeah, so this is on what looks to be like a pretty robust oak tree, and I'm going to show you that in a second. Okay, and this is just kind of, you know, I kind of just happened upon this walking around in the woods in one of my favorite local parks here. And we'll take a view of the tree and its bark and all of that. So, you know, as you can see, we'll get a view at the top of the tree here. Pardon the sun. So you can see, I don't know if you can see or not, but it's very, very distinctly oak. Well, actually, I'm zooming in on some of the birch leaves there from another tree. Let me get here, right here. If you look there, that's very distinctly oak leaves. So I'm suspecting that this is some kind of oak species, and it is in fact true that Berkeleyi polypore does sometimes make mycorrhizal associations with oak. So maybe this is what this is. We're going to try to get some video on the underside here. And yeah, as you can see, covered with insects, so it's not going to be around here for too much longer. So I figured we'd just document it and get some good close-up shots of it. I'm going to do that now. So yeah, if any of you guys watching think that you can take a stab at this identification, feel free. As of right now, unless I confirm an identity of this mushroom before I upload this video, I'm going to upload it and title it Unknown Polypore Seeking Identification. And that, I feel, is part of the interesting and beautiful process of the search for the biodiversity of our northeastern American forests. Is you find something, don't know what it is, and we just find out, we just figure out what it is together. I want this channel to be interactive, and I want to share this experience with you guys. All right, now we have here a piece of the berkeleyi polypore, or again, suspected berkeleyi polypore, and we can see and examine this and see that it is in fact a polypore. And turn this back around. That vivid orange color, and I don't like to, if a mushroom is in situ and not bothering anybody and not edible, or at least I don't believe this species is edible, and I have a policy of never eating anything that I find that I don't absolutely 100% know is the species that I think it is, then I don't eat it. So I don't really like to take pieces off of the mushroom if it's not necessary, but for identification purposes I certainly will. So here we have it, and we see the underside, polypore, deep orange color. Inside of the mushroom is a fleshy white. So as you can see, that fleshy white color there doesn't appear to stain. Let's try it. Let's give it a stain test. See what happens. Doesn't appear to stain. I'll take a rock and try to bruise it here. And let's see here. Nope. As you can see, the stain does not show. Let me change the settings here. See if I can maybe open up the aperture for you guys. All right, no stain. And again, we'll just try to identify this guy and see what happens. Stay tuned. Now, smelling this guy is very interesting. If I give it a little smell test, it's almost as though it tastes like or smells like licorice. Okay, and I remember, and the insects on here, as you guys can see, or you will see depending on how I edit this video, the insects on here are just absolutely devouring these mushrooms. They seem very, very, very tasty to these insects. And again, this is a hypothesis of mine and something that's anecdotal, so don't take this as, fact or anything of that sort. But I remember, in certain biology labs that I've done in my past in school, I remember when we had to do a Drosophila fly or fruit fly biology lab, and we had to sedate some fruit flies. And I remember that when I did, as you can see, this fly is on here already, just chomping down and enjoying his little meal. So when we had to sedate these fruit flies, we gave them some kind of, I don't know what kind of solution it was, but it seemed like, I think I was told it was some kind of amine, and it smelled very distinctly of licorice. And I'm getting that same smell when I smell this. You get that earthy mushroom smell that you get with, mostly all mushrooms, but you also get this very, very, let me smell it again. Almost like a licorice smell, but I don't know. I don't trust my palate. I wish I had somebody else here to smell this. Yeah, definitely a sweet smell of some sort. Very interesting mushroom.